Vishal Gondal to address you.
Thanks, Anya. And I want to start actually with a little experiment with all you young folks out here. I hope you are willing to take part in it, right? Are you? It's a simple experiment. So all you have to do is unlock your phone. Just unlock your phone. Everybody, unlock your phone. Is your phone unlocked? Yes. Now, the experiment starts. Hand it over to the person next to you. Hand it over to the person next to you. Make sure the phone you have got is unlocked. How does it feel? Okay. So now my question to you is, how many of you have been cyber bullied?
Me.
Just now? Did you get cyber bullied? So I think the core problem of society is, I saw the looks on all your faces when you had to unlock your phone and hand it over to the person next to you. You are still not settled. 1 second. Have you handed the phone back? I know you were checking messages of your friends and looking at random photos, but okay, you can give the phone back. Excuse me. Is that your phone? This was just an experiment. Don't try to code. So the idea really is, we've all been living digital lives. In fact, believe me, if you had to give somebody a not 500, 1,000, 2,000 rupee note next to you, you would not feel this anxious. But today, if you have to give your unlocked phone to a person, you suddenly feel, oh God, what's going on? So what has happened is, the digital world, especially for the young folks who were born, you're called the digital natives, you were born when the internet was already there and so on. So internet has become an extended part of your phone, your social media accounts. Everything is actually a part of you and your own self. And the good news is, we knew this long time back, because when we make games, that's how my background is. If you really look at where did social networking, where did cyberbullying actually all start, the whole roots go back to gaming. And I don't know how many of you play this game called Counter-Strike. Man, that's hardcore. It's not bullying, it's abusing each other. But the bottom line is that technology is not all that bad. I mean, there are good parts and then there are bad parts. Because there was a time I used to run another game. I don't know how many of you have played this game called Club Penguin. I don't know. How many of you played Club Penguin? So Club Penguin was a game who basically relied on being a safe space. Because while Counter-Strike is the extreme example where there is nothing safe and you're abusing each other and all of that, Club Penguin was the exact opposite, where it was, kids were there, completely clean, parents were there, and they were able to actually create and still has a community of tens of millions of users who felt absolutely safe in a virtual environment. I think the problem is that while the social media space has evolved, we have not yet implemented some simple things which were already being done in games. For example, you cannot type certain words in Club Penguin. Even if you try typing them, they'll appear as some random things, and if you do that, your account will just get blocked. I think this is just one example, but I think the bottom line really is, and I'm sure you by now have read about what's happening with Snowden and WikiLeaks and everything. So one thing I want to tell you is that if you really have to express your personal thoughts, please do it face to face. Technology is good unless you really want to, so just imagine whatever you put out there, whatever you are emailing, whatever you are texting, this is not private. Somebody somewhere can access these messages, and someday some big leak may happen and you will see all your messages on some online portal. So the bottom line is, do not, while technology is good, make sure you use it smartly. Use it as a tool. Don't use it as a replacement to yourself. The day you start feeling vulnerable when your phone is with somebody else, which basically means you have so much information in this which you're worried about, you should not be. I mean, you can take my phone and go, there's nothing in it. There's some photographs, some food and exercise. So I think the bottom line is you need to become smart users of technology. And I think from gaming, all the stuff which I learned, my whole thing was that this is nothing but simply put chemical reaction your body is doing. And I'm sure the doctor here would agree with me. Social networks are known to create dopamine. Every time somebody likes you on Facebook, you get a dopamine hit, and then there is oxytocin, there is serotonin, there is all these complex chemicals which being on social media is actually giving your brain, which is why every time you post on Instagram, you want to keep going back and seeing what's happening and who's commented, because it gives you the almost like a drug. And exactly how this same thing can be misused, because the minute you are getting the negative signals from this, it kind of creates a problem. So the interesting thing is, since you're all smart people, the day you are not afraid of having your phone unlocked and your parents around, I think the day you have achieved digital nirvana. Right now you're not in the digital nirvana zone, I can clearly see that. So the final point on the whole tech part, so what I learned in game, my whole point was that which is the one industry which needs this the most? And I figured out that that is health. Today, how many of you play Candy Crush? How many of you play Clash Royale? What's your level? 10, very bad.
I don't know, 10 up.
So, the bottom line is, if technology can make you addicted to playing Clash Royale and doing likes and hits, how can we use the same technology to get you addicted to eating green vegetables? How can we use the same technology to make you run, make you walk, make you drink more water? And that's what I'm doing with GOQii, where we are literally using gamification along with data, with trackers, with coaches. In fact, we also have something called karma points, which is when you get healthy, you get these points which you donate to charity. And there is scientific evidence that when you donate these points, you get something called the donor's high, the serotonin which you get when you actually make a donation. So the bottom line is, social media, all that is great tools to have fun, but the minute this fun is becoming problematic to you, use that one button called block. I think the minute you find somebody trying, rather than trying to get into conversations with these people and trying to justify, I think it's best to block these people. And of course alert, if there are other people around them. The good news is Facebook and all of these guys have some amazing tools which they have implemented to report harassment and to report all kinds of things. But finally, as I said, right, like all technology, it has its upsides and downsides. Just like your phone, it's an amazing tool, but you are feeling vulnerable that it is unlocked. Same way social media. If you will feel vulnerable that there are other people who can come and attack you on some comment you made or something you posted, that's not the smart use of it. So be smart, be responsible, and you can have fun. Thank you.